Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the YouTube station identification of one of the best Massachusetts resident YouTubers. I'm here live in the basement. I'm not Ken Oberg, God rest his soul, and it's not MTV's remote control. This is my YouTube show, WEML-TV, Channel 77, episode 144. I am Eric Lima, your host. Good evening, everybody. It is April the 11th, 2021, 11:48 p.m. And the reason why I'm up this late because I'm not going to work tomorrow because I'm on vacation. I'm taking my second of three vacations off, and you're wondering, well, didn't you take one a couple weeks ago? Well, let me explain. I had vacation hours I needed to use up, and because of everything going on, I had to time I had to wait until everything started to settle down. So once it happens in mid March, I have decided to pick the last week of March into April. I took that off, and now I'm taking this week off as well. Um, when I came back to work last week, they had me working Monday through Saturday, which kind of messed everything up for me at that point. But they were because we had a couple people out, so because I planned these vacations ahead of time, but because my poor bosses did not foresee the the two people out coming. They didn't. We did not. I did not foresee that. In fact, my boss told me none of us did. So I've asked my boss. I said, well, that was affecting Saturdays because they're trying to put me back on Saturdays from now until they get everything straightened out. Because of the fact that I based my vacation hours on just working Monday through Friday. So I come to find out it didn't affect it. So the next couple weeks, this week and the last week of April will be my two vacations, final vacations. So it's going to be it's going to be something else. So I'm going to relax this week and hopefully gives my father a chance to fix my car up because it sounds a little rickety. It still runs and all that, maybe. So I just got to be careful how I utilize the car this week, my car this week. So that'll be something now. Alrighty then. What I want to talk about tonight, I should say, night two of WrestleMania is complete. In fact, WrestleMania was pretty good. The first time fans attended a WWE event in years, and I'm kind of excited about it. It was really cool seeing fans chant and all this good stuff. And Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil had been hosting the festivities for the past 2 days. In fact, Ashlyn Kraft, who is one of the fast rising country singers, is also a WWE fan, sang the national anthem America Beautiful at night two of WrestleMania. Last night it was BB Rexa, who was totally gorgeous. Never heard of any of her music, but she sang really well. Uh, so anyways, Titus O'Neil, Hulk Hogan kicked off hosting Mania wearing Buccaneer outfits. As you know, Tampa Bay, the Rain Jays came home to Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Tom Brady led Buccaneers, and so seeing Hulk Hogan in a pirate outfit was weird. Let me tell you, but kind of looked like Captain Crunch in it. Anyways, they kicked it off with the most wildest of rivalries. Randy Orton going 1-on-1 with the Fiend, and Alexa Bliss came out and she got the little pink outfits on, little like the little girl skipping around, but her face, she looks so evil. I'm like, oh my gosh! And I thought to myself, how did Ryan Cabrera sleep at night knowing that he's going to marry her, looking like she was? I know in real life she's not, but you know what I mean. I get it. I can see Ryan Cabrera going, biting his nails. I said, I hope I don't run into her. Um, I hope I don't see her at home. That'll be really funny. Anyways, and then this big, humongous Jack in the Box, and you cranking the thing, and and all of a sudden, boom, it popped up, and then you see the Fiend back to normal, so to speak. No longer the charred, burnt version of it. And him and Orton went at it. In fact, Orton hit like 2 or 3 DDTs, and Fiend still act like he felt no pain. And then the Fiend went all over on Randy Orton until Orton went to go for the RKO. He counted that into the mandible claw, and then went to go for Sister Abigail. But then the flames came up again, a la Kane's Pyro, came up like so, and then out rose Alexa Bliss, who was sitting Indian style, and then she had the ink stuff, the black ink stuff falling down her face, and she's like reaching out to him, and he's like trying to reach out to her, but then Orton used that distraction, RKO. Orton wins the matchup. I'm like, holy cow! I wonder if Orton got into Alexa Bliss, or is Alexa Bliss really playing mind games with Bray Wyatt? And then backstage, Titus O'Neil and Hulk Hogan were talking to Eric Bischoff. Bailey decides to interrupt, and Bailey, and then Hogan, Bischoff, and O'Neil kind of like walked away, and Bailey's like, running her mouth, disrespecting. And then they had Daniel Bryan getting ready for the matchup. Then the women's tag team titles, as you know, there was a tag team gauntlet match, a turmoil match last night, which Natalya and Tamina won. So Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, sans Reginald. I was very shocked that Reginald was not in the corner of Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Going up against Natalya and Tamina. In the end, though, Natalya had Nia Jax in a sharpshooter, and then a blind tag was made, and Baszler slapped into Kuro Fuda clutch, giving Jackson Baszler the victory. Now, what's next for Jackson Baszler now? They retain the titles. Who knows what we'll find out. JBL decided to join Michael Cole and Corey Graves in commentary. I feel for Michael Cole, because I know Corey Graves and JBL love roasting Michael. It was Kevin Owens went one-on-one with Sami Zayn. Logan Paul came to be observing the matchup. Owens and Zayn went back and forth, and then in the end, Owens hits the stunner on Zayn. Zayn picks up the victory. And here's the thing. And the fact of it is, this is, So, anyways, it was something else. So that match in the end, but then Sami Zayn got upset with Logan Paul. Logan Paul pushed Sami Zayn down, right? And then I think Logan Paul meant to go try to be buddies with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens wouldn't have none of it. Stunned Logan Paul. I was like, I think a lot of people wanted Logan Paul to be stunned by Kevin Owens, to be honest with you. So, so in the back, Matt Riddle was talking to the Great Khali. I was like, oh boy, Matt Riddle. And then RVD came into a picture again. Matt Riddle and RVD, man. I was watching The Bump this afternoon, and before WrestleMania started, and had Matt Riddle talking, and all of a sudden, right, Matt Camp's talking to him, and Riddle's like, he's like, he got excited, he marked out for RVD, which is really, really cool. And it's like, dude, bro, it's like, what's this, the new version, what's it, the sequel to Dude, Where's My Car, or something like that? What does mine say? Dude, what does mine say? So shibby and all that good stuff. Anyways, I'm like, oh boy. I was like, can we get RVD and Matt Riddle team up, man? That was, and they had the United States title on the line. Riddle defending against Sheamus, and then Sheamus did win the match and became the new United States Heavyweight Champion. I thought it was. Now the Intercontinental title in a Nigerian and drum fight was next. Big E defends against Apollo Crews. I picked Crews to win this because I had a feeling he had an ice up his sleeve, and I'll talk a little bit more on that. Wale sang Big E's theme song to the ring, and Big E came out, went to the ring, and then these two beat the holy you-know-what out of each other. It was back and forth in the end until Big E was lying on the table. Apollo Crews tried to splash him, went up through it, and then Big E grabbed him, hit him with a big ending, about to pin him, and then this big monster dude, and found out it's Daba Kato, aka Baba Tunde, came out. We don't know what name he's going to go under. He beat up on Big E, hits choke slams to Big E, and then drags Apollo Crews over Big E, and Apollo Crews is your new Intercontinental Champion. There's a reason why Apollo Crews made the match. You know that Apollo Crews had up his sleeve. Hey, listen, congratulations on Apollo Crews. But I don't think Big E's going to take that lion down, let me tell you. So the Hall of Fame class of 2021 was honored. You know, Molly Holly, Kane, RVD, uh, Eric Bischoff, and and Rich Herring won the Warrior Award. So, anyways, Kane did his little pyro thing, but he was like dressed up in a three-piece suit. He did talk. He was on Watch Along and talking with Mick Foley about the Fiend Orton matchup. But then the women's title was up next, and Ash Costello of New Year's Day, I think that's the name of the band, sang Rhea Ripley to the ring her theme song. Asuka came out, and these two ladies went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Excuse me for just a second. They went back and forth, and but in the end, Ripley, Asuka wanted to go out and try to get Ripley. Ripley hit the Riptide. 1, 2, 3. Ripley's your new Raw Women's Champion. It seems like the women's division has changed hands. Came from Asuka to Rhea Ripley, from Io Shirai to Raquel Gonzalez, and from Sasha Banks to Bianca Belair. So what's this mean? So Raw, it'll be very interesting to see what happens post WrestleMania. And congratulations to Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's now held the NXT UK Women's Championship, the NXT Women's Championship, and now the Raw Women's Championship. If she goes over to SmackDown and wins that title, she'll be a Grand Slam champion on top of all that, with singles titles, and she'll probably go after the tag team titles. Who knows if anyone will team her. Titus O'Neil and Hulk Hogan again try to come out and host the show. Bayley once again interrupts, but then the Bella Twins came out. 2020 Hall of Famers interrupt Bayley, and then they attacked Bayley. And I think Bayley's not going to be a very happy camper. Let me tell you. And then at the end, the main event, the Universal Championship match: Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan. These three gentlemen beat the holy you-know-what out of each other, to the point where Roman Reigns stacked them both up and then pinned them both to retain his title. Let me tell you, that was a crazy match, to say the least. But now, tomorrow night will be the night after WrestleMania. What's going to happen? Who is going to show up? Are they going to be surprises, debuts, returns? Who knows? Who knows for sure? Because the night after WrestleMania, things could get really nutty. So, just to let you be aware of what's going on. So it'll be something. Well, the Red Sox did get their revenge on the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles swept the Sox, I should say, up in Fenway Park. So the Red Sox returned a favor by beating the Orioles 14-9. The Red Sox have been on a roll offensively, man. Let me tell you. So it was totally crazy. J.D. Martinez, who originally wasn't going to be in the lineup because we all thought he had COVID symptoms, but he doesn't have COVID, thank God. So they reinstated him, put him in the lineup, and he hit 3 homers. Rafael Devers hit 2. It's crazy. So they are at 6-3 in first place, sole possession of first place in American League East. But they got the very tough Minnesota Twins coming up. I heard they were on a roll. So it'll be very interesting to see. Nelson Cruz with the Twins now. Let's see. I believe Kenta Mayada will be. And they got a pretty, with him, they got a pretty good pitching staff. Let's see what. I'm trying to look up Red Sox. I forget who's going to pitch. Well, Kenta Maeda will be pitching. J.A. Happ, which I was very shocked. J.A. Happ signed with the Twins. Well, he better be thanking his lucky stars that Mookie Betts is no longer playing for the Sox right now. So injury report. Day to day, Hunter Renfroe is going to be on, day to day. Chris Sale's still on the DL with a. So I would not be surprised if they're bringing up Michael Chavis, because he can play the outfield, and that's what we need. Right now, 6-3 overall. Underdog record 2-0 favorite. So it's going to be something. Okay. So we got the Twins coming up in during the week. So the Twins are going to be very, very tough to beat. So we'll see what happens. Well, that's all the time we have on this show. Episode 144 of WEML-TV Channel 77 is complete. My 2 Event Center has been complete with a little bit of Red Sox baseball thrown in for just a good measure. And hope you guys enjoy WrestleMania tomorrow night and the night after WrestleMania. NXT's on Tuesday. So everything happened after Mania and Takeover. It's going to be a lot of changes. So a brand new season begins. Who's going to make their debut? Who is going to make their return? Who's going to surprise us out of nowhere? We'll find out tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. So that's it. That's all the time we have. I'll see you guys later. Peace, and see you in the next episode.